I'm going to give you an update with several different things. And Michelle, could we go to the next slide to kind of give you what the agenda is going to be like today? So what we'll start out first is give you an update on the U.S. News and World Survey, let you know where we are with that process with some additional information that we just received from U.S. News. We're going to talk about a great new advantage for CAHME accredited programs with modern healthcare, and their list of executive programs, which always appeared in the October-November issue, will now be purely just CAHME executive programs. So if there are no, there were some programs on that list that frankly were not of the highest quality, and some of the data just looked really bad. We talked to we talked to Modern Healthcare about that, and we are going to just have CAHME accredited programs on the Modern Healthcare list of executive programs. And Michelle will talk a little bit about that. We'll give you a status update on the annual report and CAHME's annual report benchmark tool, which is continuing to be improved and enhanced. And we'll also, Michelle's going to give you a sneak peek in there of our new advanced search capabilities too. From there, we'll go into Dana Alexander. We'll talk about the Cami Awards and really encourage you to have your students, rather for you to nominate your students for the awards, and also talk about the Cami program awards that are out there with both the Cami George and Reggie Herzlinger Award and the Cami Canon Solutions America Award. We'll also talk Samantha Arledge, our marketing and communications intern from St. Louis University, who's done a great job for us this year. We'll be talking about the student benefits section, and we'll let you know what's coming up with that, including some brand new news this morning about the AHA benefits, which will be available next week for your students. CAHME accreditation recognition plaques will be discussed by Amanda Grow, who's our newest team member. So we'll introduce Amanda to you. And then finally, we'll have some conclusions and questions and answers. If you have any questions during the session, ask that you type them into the chat platform, and then we'll save all oral questions toward the end. We just want to do that so we can get through our agenda and address your questions at the end. So with that, Michelle, let me turn it over to you.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. As many of you know, my name is Michelle Petrosella, and I'm the accreditation coordinator at CAHME. So in our June webinar, we discussed that CAHME will be working, or is working, with U.S. News and World Report for their periodic list of top graduate programs in healthcare management. As in the past, U.S. News and World Report will survey 2 representatives from each program. We'll then rate each accredited program using the U.S. News and World Report methodology. As a reminder, U.S. News and World Report retains editorial control over all their decisions on their ranking process. So new this year, in order to simplify the process of collecting the second contact information, we used the CARE tool. Therefore, so CAHME collected the contact information in CARE. And as many of you know, the contact information was confirmed yesterday, September 29th, and will be sent shortly to U.S. News and World Report. Now, it's expected that the survey will begin in late October or early November. The contacts that you provided will receive the survey from U.S. News and World Report. Now, after extended discussions over 4 years, which included research studies, and in 2018, the assembly of a task force of 18 CAHME program directors, it provided recommendations to U.S. News in order to make their rankings be more accurate. But we are disappointed to announce that U.S. News and World Report will not use other outcomes data in their ranking methodology. So let me repeat, that US News and World Report will not use other outcomes data in their ranking methodology. So in 2003, US News and World Report produced the first rankings of healthcare management programs. The US News recognized then that CAHME accredited programs define the standards of healthcare management education. CAHME has provided to US News the content information for our programs every year. Only CAHME accredited programs are in the US News and World Report rankings. And the rankings are used by students in their selection process. It's very, very important. CAHME will continue to work with US News over the next several years, as we have in the past, to help them create a more useful tool for healthcare management education. And this is consistent with CAHME's mission, which is to advance the quality of healthcare management education and our values, which include excellence, transparency, and recognition, in addition to fairness and integrity. Okay, so just to give you an update on the modern healthcare list of executive programs, we have, this is big news. So Modern Healthcare will change their November top healthcare management executive program list to include only CAHME accredited programs. This is a big deal. In the past, this list had been based on programs that Modern Healthcare surveyed and was not comprehensive or reported with consistent data. So as a reminder, since 2018, Modern Healthcare featured only CAHME accredited programs in their list of largest master's programs in healthcare administration. This list included both executive and full-time, as well as hybrid and residential programs. So for the executive programs, this is good news. It provides another media outlet in which our programs will be highlighted. It also is good news for the profession, as it eliminates some questionable programs from their executive list. So Modern will simply have better data for better programs. Okay, so from you guys, for your executive program, we highly recommend, not require, that you complete the annual report in CARE. So with the, and this is with the most or more recent data for your executive program, if applicable. At this time, 24 CAHME's accredited executive programs have they completed the 2022 annual report. Modern Healthcare retains once again, Modern Healthcare retains editorial control over the data they will use in their ranking methodology, but they did indicate that they wanted to use only the most recent data. So if you have an executive program and you designated it in CARE as an executive program, and you have recent data and your data is updated, your program may be featured in Modern Health. So the deadline for CAHME to provide this data to Modern Healthcare is Friday, October 14th, only 1 month earlier than the CAHME policy deadline for the annual report, which is November 15th. It would be to your advantage to have your executive programs data fully available. So let me repeat that. If your program is an executive program, you need to designate it in CARE as one, and you'll need the data to be updated to be featured in Modern Health Care. Okay. Okay, just a little status update on CAHME's 2022 annual report. In our last program director webinar in June, all programs were informed of the CAHME 2022 annual report timelines. During that webinar, we reviewed the use of CARE, how to log in and save data. So if any of you need login information at this time or need to reset your CARE password, contact me. Cami has also provided programs with a sample student survey to help aid in gathering data for graduate outcomes. We have also provided an annual report data dictionary that helps or that clarifies the data collected in the annual report and annual report benchmarking tool, also known as CARB. Both resources are available in your CARE profiles at this time and on cami.org under the resources page. So as of today, a majority of Cami accredited programs have completed their annual report data. So congratulations to them. They are done. They're done. While nearly all programs have most of their data complete, some selected outcomes data still needs to be reported. And as a reminder, November 15th is the deadline for all applicant, candidate, and certified programs, certified and accredited programs, to complete their annual report data. Okay, and lastly, to give you an update on Cami's annual report benchmarks tool, CARB, as well as the advanced search. So besides updating CARB for better usability, we now include the filter of accreditation status and the population health curriculum on the home page. Cami has also revised the filter track criteria to include non-executive and executive designations. So coming at the end of November, we'll have the addition of staff data, and that will be in version 1.2. Okay, and then we also have some more good news as version 4.0 of Advanced Search, the public-facing site, is going to have some updates. And the updates include improved usability and functionality, as well as the additional data elements of graduate satisfaction data. And then once on the advanced search page, the user can click on any criteria category and that filter menu will appear below. So in the new version of advanced search, we have some new filtering capabilities. For example, when filtering for a region, the map is now placed side by side with the choice of areas to make it clearer to the user. Also, which is very neat, the user will be able to click on the map and the region will automatically be selected on the right-hand side. So yeah, we're very excited about all these new updates and there is more to come, so stay tuned. With all that said, I would like to turn the presentation over to Dana Alexander, who will discuss Cami's awards program and student scholarships.
Thank you, Michelle. My name is Dana Alexander, and I am Cami's Communications and Engagement Manager. I am here to talk a little bit about the CAHME Awards program. The 8th annual CAHME Awards are open and accepting applications now through Monday, November 14th, 2022. CAHME Accredited or certified programs and students from CAHME Accredited or certified programs are eligible to apply or be nominated to the awards. This year we have two programmatic awards, the CAHME Canon Solutions America Award for Sustainability in Healthcare Management Education and the CAHME George and Reggie Herzlinger Innovation Education Award. We also have 4 student scholarships available. We have the Cami Don Gideon Foundation Scholarship for Women Supporting Communities in Need, the Cami Judy Barta Pinka Foundation Scholarship for Health Policy, the Cami Tim Campbell Scholarship for Selfless Service to Others in the Community, and new this year, we have the Cami Sachs Family Foundation Scholarship in honor of Michael A. Sachs for Entrepreneurs in Healthcare Management. This award is targeted to supporting students who demonstrate the potential to innovate in healthcare. Students cannot directly apply. They must be nominated by their program directors. And we encourage you to nominate your students to more than just one scholarship. This year, we also simplified the application process by introducing a new online submission tool. To apply, you can go to cami.org/awards, where you will find instructions and an application link for each award. We encourage you to prepare your responses and collect any applicable documents prior to starting the online applications, just in case of any technical difficulties. Our tool will allow you to send a copy of your responses to yourself when you submit online. Modern Healthcare is CAHME's exclusive media partner for the CAHME Awards. On October 3rd, the CAHME Awards will appear in Modern Healthcare, and in the spring of 2023, this year's award recipients will be featured in a full-page ad. Recipients also receive a grant or scholarship, complimentary CAHME Award ceremony, a distinctive award, and recognition on CAHME's website and social media. You can learn more about our previous winners on CAHME's website and on CAHME's YouTube account. If you have any questions about the CAHME Awards, you can contact me at dalexander@cami.org. We're really looking forward to receiving your applications this year. Now I want to turn it over to Samantha Arledge, CAHME's Marketing and Communications intern, who will discuss the exclusive student benefits for CAHME Accredited and Certified programs.
Thanks, Dana. Hi, all. As Dana said, I'm Samantha Arledge. I'm CAHME's Marketing and Communications intern, but I'm also a second-year MHA candidate. Because I'm a student, I have firsthand knowledge of how amazing of an opportunity these student benefits are, and I'm excited that I get to talk to you about them today. Student benefits are exclusive industry partnerships that provide resources to your student bodies with free access to memberships to MGMA, AHA, and Modern Healthcare. I'm just going to go into a little detail about each of these benefits. For Medical Group Management Association, or MGMA, we've extended our deadline for when program directors need to opt in by. The new deadline will be Friday, October 14th. This free membership is available to all students who attend CAHME accredited and certified programs, but MGMA has also included a free membership for the program director and a faculty member as well. Students will receive access to resources and a suite of benefits to help them better understand medical practice management, which will equip them for their work in the healthcare industry. To review the benefits, I've added a link to MGMA's website with more detailed description about this. Additionally, last spring, MGMA offered student scholarships available only to members, which all CAHME accredited and certified programs have the opportunity to be. I've included both a QR code and a link for you to fill out at your leisure before October 14th. Just a reminder, this link must be filled out by the program director, and then MGMA will follow up with more information on the benefit. Next, we have the American Hospital Association. This benefit is a no-cost access to some of AHA's professional membership groups. AHA professional membership groups offer students access to networking, emerging news, and resources to support students in their coursework. Students will also be able to access the AHA Future Scan, which is a report that identifies important trends in healthcare. More communication about this is soon to come. We actually got news today that it should be coming out next week, that link. So please pay attention to your emails as we'll be forwarding you guys the link, which you'll then be able to send out to your student bodies. Lastly, the Modern Healthcare Student Benefit is a free year of classic membership, which allows students access to news, analysis, special reports, digital archives, webinars, videos, podcasts, and their online magazine. More communication about this one is also soon to come, but should be similar to last year, where you'll receive an email from us and you'll be able to forward that on to your students. So just to recap, we have 3 amazing student benefits that are provided at no cost and are a benefit of being a CAHME accredited or certified program. The MGMA sign-up must be completed by the program director, whereas the AHA and Modern Healthcare, which are soon to come, can be forwarded on to your student bodies. If you have any questions, my contact information is at the end of this presentation. And now I'm going to pass it on to Amanda Groh, our new engagement coordinator, to talk about Cami Flax.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda Groh, CAMI's engagement coordinator. CAMI is offering a limited time opportunity to purchase plaques designating your accreditation status. I will be sending out the forms early next week, and they are due back by October 14th. New programs receive the first one free, and then they are $135 after that. We do offer a bulk discount if you are ordering more than just one, and they are planning to be shipped by the end of the year. If you have any questions, all of my information is at the end and will also be on the forms. And I think now to Anthony.
Great. Thank you, everyone. It's an amazing team to work with, and everybody's really kind of helping, kind of pulling this information together. There were a lot of questions in the chat room. Let me try to address some of them, and then we'll open it up for questions from the field. So yes, as Michelle said, U.S. News will not be using any of the CAHME outcomes data from the annual report. Let me once again repeat that, because I think it would do well. U.S. News and World Report will not use any of the outcomes data from CAHME's annual report. And I think one of the questions someone said is, why not? What happened? We have been working with U.S. News over multiple years, sharing with them some of the information we have available based off of the task forces and the request to kind of create a more accurate approach on what the U.S. News and World Report survey would look like. U.S. News reviewed it, was reviewing it this summer, and Bob Morrissey sent me an email and just said, Anthony, really appreciate all of the work that's kind of going into this, but at this time, they're not able to kind of accommodate any additional information that goes into it. It was disappointing. It was disappointing that we didn't hear this until just 1 or 2 weeks ago, but that was their decision. And again, they retain all editorial content, control over content. So there was a question about if you are a candidate program, are your students eligible for the scholarship awards? And the answer, unfortunately, is no. You have to be an accredited program or one of the CAHME certified programs in healthcare quality and safety, and soon to be certified programs in population health, which will be decided at the board meeting in October 4th. We're expecting 5 new programs to be certified in population health management. So those programs can participate in the scholarships and the awards program. In fact, last year, Thomas Jefferson University, as a certified program in healthcare quality and safety, was one of the winners of the Cami, George, and Reggie Herzlinger Innovation Education Award. Can you submit multiple students for the scholarships? Yes, we encourage it and hope that you do. All applications, though, must go through you, the program directors. We don't accept any applications directly. If you designate another faculty member to write the support for your students, you can do that, but it has to be done with your permission. And our goal with that is, look, we know that you will only submit really good students for this process, and that's a great criteria and filter for us. So appreciate the participation in there. Ned, you asked a question about will modern healthcare online be again offered to students? And again, what Samantha talked about is it will be. I think the frustrations that all of you have is, well, it's almost October, Anthony, where is the sign up? And what I want to say is modern healthcare had realized the passing of a significant staff person who had helped coordinate this process with Cami over the past several years. I had spoken to Fawn, and they're kind of trying to backfill that position and kind of make it work. Fawn is committed. I received our personal commitment to making this available, and we expect that that access will be coming to you soon. I apologize that we're so late. It's not our intent, and it's not the intent of modern healthcare either. It's just an unfortunate set of circumstances that have occurred, but we will get that to you. And I should make you all aware that we've been working on this for a long time with Modern, try to get it out, prior to the beginning of the fall semester. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to do it. AHA will be available next week. And, I know this came from one program director that I had met at ACHE and said, hey, can't you get Future Scan for our students at no cost? The answer now, and it's been for the past couple of years, is yes, you can get Future Scan for every student in a CAHME accredited program at no cost. So that will be coming soon. With that, Michelle, why don't we unmute everybody? And if there's additional questions, we're open at this point.
Okay.
Oh, Paige, you asked a question. How does Modern Healthcare rank the programs? Let me kind of talk about that. Again, Cami has no control over the editorial content or decision of Modern Healthcare. I don't know for sure how they will rank the size of the executive programs, how they will rank the executive programs this year. I'm not sure. But what I know in the past is they've ranked it according to size of program. I don't think they're going to use the same criteria this year, but I really don't know. I have another call with Tim Broderick this Wednesday where we're giving him an update on when we'll be providing data to him. If I learn more, I'll let you know. But knowing how the press kind of works with us is they tend not to tell us what their ranking methodologies are.
Okay, thank you, Anthony.
You're welcome, Paige.
And you said that was Modern Healthcare, right? I'm sorry, that was from U.S. News.
That was Modern Healthcare. U.S. News. Did I mess up there, Steve? If I did, okay. U.S. News. U.S. News will continue to just use the surveys of program directors and the second contacts in the same approach that they've always used in the past.
Okay. Thank you.
And if I juggle them around, I apologize. It's
Okay, so to be clear, Modern Healthcare is possibly just size focused.
possible.
Thank you.
Steve, we know we've got Miami's information in there. We checked it, but any other executive programs, we have 24. If you're an executive program and you haven't completed your information, this is your chance to get in Modern Healthcare. So,
Anthony, does this replace the form that we used to fill out annually for Modern Healthcare?
yes, Modern won't be sending that around anymore.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I had a question. If we just submitted our candidacy application in August, so obviously we haven't received a response yet, do we still need to complete the annual report information?
Yeah, the Cami Board of Directors moved last year that only programs that have completed their annual report will be considered to kind of move into their self-study year. And the decision was made on that by the board because what we wanted to do is to make sure that the programs are truly ready for their self-study year. And this was another filter to kind of make sure that programs have all the information they need. Site visitors will have all the information they need moving forward. So yes, if you're a candidate program, make sure you complete your annual report. If you're an applicant program, complete your annual report because going forward in the future, we will not even consider people for candidacy unless they've completed at least 1 year on their annual report. So we're just getting a little bit stricter on the annual report process, but using that as a good guide to make sure programs are ready.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anthony, I had put a question in the chat about what the time frame is for both the Modern Healthcare and the U.S. News announcements. I think in the previous webinar, it was suggested that they would come out before the end of the calendar year, and I'm just wondering how realistic that is now.
Well, no, good question. So U.S. News, we asked all of you to kind of verify the second contact, just as an additional clarification step, because we know all of you gave us the second contact, but we're going, are you really sure? So that information is going to go to U.S. News on Monday morning, and we're getting final completion from everyone today. So on Monday, we're sending that to U.S. News. U.S. News will begin surveying all of those contacts at the end of October, and their expectation, end of October, early November, and their expectation is in November to release their ranking list. That's what they've told me. In terms of Modern Healthcare, their list will appear in the November issue, of Modern Healthcare. I don't know which edition right now when I have confirmation of that, but it definitely is in the November issue. I'm really excited about the modern one. I'm just so excited because if you look at that executive program list over the past couple years, there were some programs on there that gave really bizarrely inflated data and I think a misperception to the field. And it was great to work with Modern to kind of talk about just limiting that to CAHME accredited executive programs, and we made it happen.
Any other questions? Check the chat.
All right. Well, thank you all for your time. I know there's been a lot of questions. Appreciate all of your help with the annual report, getting it in earlier. You know, it's kind of, Michelle will be going out on maternity leave in November. So I think this really kind of helps along in that process with staff in here. And you know, again, appreciate all of your help in kind of making that happen. I'm disappointed about US News. Perhaps next time around, we'll be able to kind of influence their approach a little bit better. But thanks for all your help.